Good Sunday morning and welcome to W. Look, many students are pleased that the boat.
Well, first of all, there's some really great moral questions that people are raising, and I sympathize with them. Think of all the families that scrimped and saved and didn't take out loans but went without other things, or the people that graduated and scrimped and saved and worked to pay off their loans. They're justifiably upset that they didn't get this benefit. Yeah, but the government's been passing out favors for years unfairly. Just take a look at all the people that got stimulus checks because their incomes were low, but they were wealthy and retired and, just maybe took Social Security out. So it's never been fair. The government was obviously buying votes. There's been a suspension of payments that will end at the end of this year, but they weren't going to resume them on schedule September 1st. And suddenly tell all these potential voters that, sorry, we didn't care about you. You start paying your loans.
Would this have been better if they would have set, say, you have to have $50,000 and maybe the 125,000 income level is too high?
Well, I think that's the most unfair thing about it. Thing, and I've been hearing from a lot of people. Posted a column at terrysavage.com, and it'll be in the papers. The fact is that there are many people who took out student loans 10, 11, 15 years ago when interest rates are very high. Now, federal student loans have a fixed interest rate for the life of the loan. And if you refinance them, you may lose privileges like income-based repayment and so forth. So people are stuck with 8 and 9% interest on their loans. I've heard from people who've been paying for 30 years. They might have started out with $12,000 in student loans. They've paid back that $12,000 they borrowed, a lot of interest, and today they have $20,000 still owed on the balance because of the interest. Everybody refinances. People refinance their mortgage. The government refinance, but people are stuck with these high interest rate student loans. Now, this forgiveness applies to the kid who graduated 2 years ago, no matter how much debt, and has a low-income job. There goes $10,000. But what about all the people who've been paying for years and years, paid off the original borrowings, paid off a reasonable amount of interest? The government could put their computers to work finding them and saying, wait, you paid off the loan, you paid a lot of interest, we're wiping out the entire balance. That would be kind of a fair way of dealing with it.
So some Republicans are saying, get ready, I'm paying your loan now and taxes are going up. The Democrat response is, this is not going to be a tax thing. It's going to be just a loss, if you will, on the government. Who's right?
Well, they've been handing out money. That's all a loss of our taxpayer dollars. So in that regard, they're right. What's interesting now, there's a movement afoot in Washington, I'm hearing, to sue the federal government, to sue the Biden administration, actually, to say they don't even have the legal authority to do it. The question is, who has the standing to sue? The people who repaid their loans before? They don't have a vital interest in this, according to the courts. So I don't think this is completely a done deal. The administration said it'll have a 30-day comment period on the rules. That gives it also a chance for a lawsuit. They plan to put up a website in October, the end of October, where you would apply for loan forgiveness. And so there's a lot of time between now and when the first loans are wiped out. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, in fact, I know some states attorneys generals, you're absolutely right. They're exploring the lawsuit thing. So the really practical question for you, I'm not sure when this comes into effect in terms of getting a check, but if it does turn out to be illegal, would you recommend people don't take your checks now, don't apply yet, wait?
Well, I recommend that when they put the website up that you apply, but they're not going to send you a check. They're going to wipe out the balance of your loan. They're not sending out, it's not like the stimulus it's going in your bank and you get to decide what to do with it. This is really going to be a book entry form. But I will also say that if you do have student loans out there, even some of it may not be forgiven. You may have larger balances. You're going to have to plan on January 1st to start repaying. And what's really interesting is these are federal student loans. They were originally serviced by the federal government, Sallie Mae, the quasi-government agency. Then they handed those off to Sallie Mae as a private company, which handed them off to Navient, which decided it was getting out of the, everybody squeezed this lemon. And now there are two other companies servicing federal student loans. So what you want to be careful is they have your address, and you can go to studentaid.gov and look up Manage My Loans. Put in your FSA ID. If you have a student loan, you have that ID, and make sure you know exactly who's servicing your loans now and know where your loans are. And one more thing, these are federal student loans, but these are not private loans, private student loans, companies that made those loans. And the only way to get out of those now, which is relatively new, about last year, is you can declare bankruptcy and get out of private loans, but not out of federal student loans.
As always. And if people go to terrysavage.com, they will get as smart as I can get, because I check the column out all the time. Terry Savage, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul.
And coming up next on WGN-TV Political Report, more change ahead at City Hall. Hear from 2 of the 12 aldermen calling it quits so far, and who's the latest to join the list. Stay with us.